Taunting is an option that lets your character do a silly animation. This mechanic was probably intended to be used to mess around in casual Smash. However, in competitive play, some players use this as a psychological tool. Hello everyone, my name's Travis, and today I'm going to be talking about taunting in competitive play. First of all, using methods to tilt your opponent is seen in many games. A classic example is teabagging in shooters and even certain fighting games, which certainly has different reactions from different people. Sometimes people can use certain other movements or unoptimal punishes to tilt your opponent as well, so taunting in competitive play is nothing new, even when compared to games that don't have a taunt function. The question is it morally acceptable? Mistake did really well at Goml, but his results have spurred a lot of controversy. In a lot of his sets, he would constantly taunt his opponent. This is nothing new for Mistake, nor is it something new for other top Bayo mains. However, Mistake went a lot further with his taunting than usual. Bayo has one of the best taunts in the game, considering she can cancel at any time by shielding. This is paired with Bayo being a character you have to be in the moment to fight. If you get even a little sidetracked, she becomes near impossible to beat. Therefore, some could say that taunting with Bayo, at least in between stocks, is optimal, which probably explains why nearly every Bayo does it. Personally, I do find this morally acceptable. Smash is a game about psychology. You're supposed to get into your opponent's head and beat them both in and out of the game. However, I do feel like there needs to be a limit. Mistake taunting is nothing that upsets me. However, against Komo, he had a set finishing witch time but decided to taunt instead of finishing him off. This is personally what I have a problem with. This isn't good sportsmanship at all. If this was earlier in the set, this would be acceptable. But if he got the conversion, that would have been a set 1, but he taunted. I do feel like taunting in between games is fine and even encouraged, because you gain the mental advantage when doing so. But there was no gain whatsoever with the taunt Mistake did near the end of his set with Komo. You could say he increased the chance of becoming Komo's demon, since this could have a lasting effect on Komo, but that's extremely reaching, and I doubt that's what was going through Mistake's mind in that moment. The fact he did this against a Japanese player makes it worse. The Japanese are taught to be very respectful. They always acknowledge their opponent's hard work and passion at the end of a match. Disrespectful play is extremely against their culture. Luckily, Komo mentioned he didn't care that much, and he still gave Mistake the fist bump. But that could have been bad for Mistake if it was another player instead. I have no personal grievances with Mistake, and I don't dislike him at all. But I do find that specific Game 3 taunt against Komo to be extremely disrespectful, considering there was almost no reason to do it besides showing off. I don't think Mistake should stop taunting at all. In fact, the same witch time into taunt conversion could be an extremely effective way to tilt your opponent at the beginning of a set. But I don't agree with him with it being done when you could just end the set right there. Please don't attack Mistake for this, by the way. He's human and we all make mistakes, and even if he isn't sorry whatsoever, I would still forgive him because while I don't agree with the decision, it's definitely not the scummiest thing in the world. This is just my opinion on the matter. If you want me to recover something in the future, let me know and I'll consider it. That's all for now. Travis, out.